Hey, how's it going? This is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. I wanted to thank you for trying out our site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. Now, if you didn't receive the site auditor yet, feel free to shoot me an email that you didn't receive it, and we'll make sure that it gets sent out to you correctly here. We've had some issues with it forwarding out, and I definitely want to make sure that you get it if you were asking for it. What I wanted to do was I wanted to follow up and make a video analysis of your website to provide some further insight into what I can see as a search marketer, and to kind of talk about what has been working for you as well as what is possible if we were to work together in this. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. So what I can see right off the bat is right here I used a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows me to look at the metrics of your website, and right off the bat I can see right here your backlinks and referring domains and the UR and DR. So let me explain that here. Your backlinks and referring domains are basically the number of websites that are out there currently linking back to your website. So it's kind of like referring. It's like a referral, referring back to your website via a hyperlink. So let me give you an example of this. So let's say that there is a blog out there, and it's like a fashion blog. It's called fashionblog.com. And in that specific blog post, they say, hey, they talk about hats or what have you. And at the end of it, they say, hey, if you're looking for cool hats or Lowerpark hats, go visit lowerparkhats.com, right? And then it would be a link, and that link would take them straight to your website. So Google actually tracks all of these those clickable links and uses that to determine how authoritative your website is, right? They collect all this data about all the links that are pointing back to all the different websites that are out there in the web sphere, and specifically for your page, they would go out there and track all those different links. They use that to actually determine, it's kind of like a popularity contest, and so what Google is looking for to determine how authoritative your website is a lot of these quality and relevant websites pointing back to your website. So in this case, that link that I was talking about from that example, fashionblog.com, is very relevant to your niche because you sell hats, right? And so that's a very it deals with fashion, and Google recognizes that, right? So it's a very relevant link, and they want a lot of these good quality links pointing back to your website, because the more of these websites are out there that are referring your website, the more authoritative, the more popular you're going to look in Google's eyes, and the more Google's going to want to rank you higher, because it just shows Google that you're an authority. You have a lot of these good websites that are linking back to you. So right now you're sitting at 14 referring domains on the 88 backlinks. You have low UR, right? You want higher. Higher is better. And so basically, not all links are the same. Like I said, they have to be good quality. What I would recommend is I would make sure that you get good quality and relevant backlinks and shoot for about 300-400 referring domains, especially since you're not going for local searches where, I mean, you can sit at about 80 referring domains and be perfectly fine. You're going after national keywords, right? And so I would recommend shooting for at least 300 referring domains and about 3,000-4,000 backlinks. That's going to really help show Google that you're an authority on this website and you're really trying to compete at the top for the keywords that you're looking to go after. So besides that, your organic keywords and your organic traffic. Your organic keywords are the different kinds of phrases in Google that you currently rank for, and then the organic traffic is how many people are visiting your website organically through Google per month. So it looks like about 32 people are hitting your website. This tends to be a little bit less than what it actually is, but at least it gives you a good ballpark. The next thing I wanted to show you right here was what you currently rank for on your website and where you're getting your traffic from. So it looks like Lowerpark Hats, that phrase, which is your brand name, you hold the #1 spot for that. There's 40 searches per month for it, and so great job there. Textile Gallery. You can see how you actually hold the #3 spot for the phrase textile gallery, but just not a lot of searches for that. Mountain above the clouds, 16, side cut park, 200 searches for that, and it looks like you're in the 20th spot. So now I know that you're looking to rank for the keyword 5-panel hat, right? So let's take a look at that metric and see what we can pull up. I already pulled it up here, and I was actually very surprised by this. The keyword 5-panel hat, the one that you want to rank for, actually gets about 7,100 searches per month. But what's really, really surprising is actually the keyword difficulty of it. So the keyword difficulty is an algorithm that Ahrefs came up with to determine how difficult it is to rank a website for a given keyword, right? And it's on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the most difficult. And so you can see 1 is literally the easiest, right next to 0, to actually rank for those kinds of phrases. And so what I would do is I would grab about 10 of these kinds of similar keywords that have low keyword difficulty and high volume like this, and then start hashing out the content and building out the inner page specifically targeting that keyword. So let's say I like this 5-panel hat one, which is great. I like Supreme 5-panel. I like 5-panel cap. That could be a great one. Streetwear hats is another good one. 5-panel hats is another good one. And so what I would do is I would collect 10 of these keywords, and what I would actually do is I would actually build out an inner page for that. So do you see right here, if I click on the word shops, or let's say this page, you can see how this isn't actually the home page. It's actually an inner page within your website. So it's lowerparkhats.com/shop/tilden-verde. So what I would do is, let's say I wanted to target the specific keyword 5-panel hat. What I would do is I would actually go into lowerparkhats.com, build out an inner page, and it would be .com/5-panel-hats. That way it shows Google that this page is specifically for that keyword. And on top of that, we'll make sure that the SEO elements are there so that the header specifically has 5-panel hats, and then the content in itself is going to have 5-panel hats hashed out. So you don't necessarily have to have it as a product page, but it'll be like a good informational page that'll direct them to your shop where they can start shopping and purchasing things like that from there. But that has been working really phenomenally well for our previous clients, and we want to provide those kinds of results for you. And so that's what I would do. So let's say that instead of that, I want to capture 5 panels. I would make another inner page, HUF-5-panels, add the content on there, and then start ranking it specifically for that keyword. Because what happens is, for all these different kinds of keywords, it's difficult for you to rank it for in the home page, especially if in the home page you don't have any of those kinds of relevance. So if I were to type in 5-panel hat, I bet you actually probably don't have that phrase anywhere. So Google has no idea you actually want to rank for that phrase 5-panel hat, right? Does that make sense? So what I would do, like I said, is just create those inner pages so that those are the specific keywords you're trying to rank for that specific page. And like I said, it's just something that's worked really well. And as we start throwing the links on your website, which is going to show Google that you're building the authority, and then the relevancy is going to be tied in through the keywords, and the content and everything is optimized specifically for that keyword, it's all just going to show Google. It's going to be this awesome effect of showing Google exactly what you want to rank for, as well as showing Google that you're becoming more authoritative through those links. And it's just going to help you just catapult in Google's rankings, especially since the kinds of keywords we're targeting are very low difficulty, and not a lot of websites out there are optimized for it. And so you're just going to start moving up extremely quickly for those keywords. You're going to get a lot more traffic to your website, convert them into your shop, and then move them through the sales process and start making sales that way. And that's the kind of thing that we want to do for you, right? We want to make sure that we're grabbing the low-hanging fruit. That way, while we're doing that, we can start tackling the big keywords like hats, like snapbacks, things like that. And so like I said, definitely a lot of room for improvement, and a lot of potential in this website and in this niche. You did a great job in picking out this keyword because it has virtually no competition. It's just a matter of optimizing it and just throwing a few links on there, and I guarantee you're going to be on the first page very quickly for that kind of phrase. So we don't like to cut corners here at Mr. and Mrs. Lead. So if we were to pick you up as a client, we would clean up the entire website. So I wouldn't just do the things I said. I would clean up the entire page. I would make sure that your lower, so right now it doesn't even have any keywords in your header tag. So I would fix that. I would fix any inner linking, because you don't have any links pointing to your inner pages on this at this home page. And a few other things, right? I would just clean it up. I just don't like to cut corners. I just want to make sure that we're doing you a full service. And so, like I said, we can definitely talk more about what we could do for you. It's just a matter of initiating the conversation and talking about what you're looking to do with the website, what your goal is, as well as your time frame and budget, and talk about pricing and things like that as well. So I'll attach my phone number at the end of it in case you want to actually talk to me. It'll be my cell, so you don't have to worry about going through a voicemail or being filtered out. And then otherwise, we can just bounce back between emails, and I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with this. Look forward to talking to you if you're interested, absolutely, and going from there. So again, I appreciate it if you watch this video all the way through. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you got some insight out of this, and yeah, appreciate it. Take care.